Hi Libra, this one is for you. Welcome. This is Tarot Lumination with your August 2017 Love and Relationship Report, okay? Now, you know the routine, do the usual stuff, watch for your sun, your moon, and your rising, and I also invite you to watch the Love and Relationships introduction video because it'll help you to understand the way we do the spread and the reading. Now, if you're single, you can maybe get something out of this as well, although this is primarily for relationships. Because if you understand that as an individual, you radiate the energy of relationship anyway, consciously or unconsciously, because we're always, all of us, in a constant state of relationship between ourselves and the world outside of us, which includes other people. And those energies can come to you through, let's say, different time spans. So, you know, if you have questions, write in and ask. We can figure it out. But mostly this is for folks who are in some sort of relationship dynamic. Now, also with this, the way we do this reading, it's on the understanding that we have oneself and a significant other and the relationship dynamic itself. And the relationship is its own entity, its own being with its own energy, okay? Sorry, I had to grab that. I think that was a mosquito. Anyway, excuse me. Let's not go too much into the astrology here, okay? This is tarot, and if you have questions, you can write in and ask. With the crucible structure that we were talking about, by the way, it's on the understanding that we're dealing with people who sometimes people relate with synastry directly one-to-one. Well, but often in a healthy relationship, the relationship is chosen and it's deliberate, and the two parties invest in the relationship itself, okay? So let's just see what happens, okay? We'll just pull the reading and see what happens. We'll do the best we can. I'll interpret as authentically as I can for you, Libra. The cards were well shuffled in advance, but I like to do it right up to the very last second so that you are a witness, okay? And we're doing an extreme cut to break up the energy. All right, let's have a look. Here, let's say that's your energy. Let's say that's the energy of a significant other or another in question. Going deeper inside of you, Libra, going deeper inside of a significant other. And here's the energy of the relationship itself, okay? You, another, and the relationship. And here's the momentum. Now, also, we're going to look at the bottom card here, which is, I like to call it the weather. It's like the prevailing conditions through which all of this is happening. Now, with the August readings, by definition, we're dealing with the eclipses and the Leo North Node energy that is really starting to unfold big time. So you might want to watch the Leo North Node reports and some of the astrobabble and things like that about the Leo new moons, okay? Because it's going to be affecting everybody in a very strong way in some aspect of your life, wherever the Leo 0 degree or the Leo 29 degree is going to hit you. And that's going to be somewhere in your chart. Nothing to do with the relationship, just you, Libra. So the prevailing weather is the 8 of Cups energy. So, like, no harm intended here, but it might feel, Libra, as though there's something that is like moving away and shifting away from you. You might be feeling the loss of someone, or you might be walking away from someone yourself. Deep, deep in your heart energy, it might not be very perceptible on the outside, but you might be sensing it, like, wait a minute, what's happening here? Something in which there was a lot of deep love and investment over maybe a long period of time, maybe years. Maybe things are shifting here, but it's in very imperceptible ways, because this is in the dark of the night under moonlight, where things can be misunderstood. But either way, there's the energy of moving on and walking away. Is that you, or is that someone else? Okay, let's have a look. let's not get too deep into it right now. This is just pervasive energy that you might be sensing. It's like, you know, when you stick your nose outside the front door and you go, it smells like it's going to rain, even though it looks like a lovely day. You know, that kind of energy. Or it's like, it's a really horrible day. The weather sucks, but you know, like, damn, I know it's just going to be awesome tomorrow. I can just tell by looking at the sunset, if there is one. All right, anyway, let's have a look at you, Libra. So, Libra, you're conducting yourself like with, let's just say, purity. This is like the ultimate little love card. This is very sweet and very innocent. It's very, very pure. It's also in some ways very platonic. And it can indicate true love. It can indicate soul love for sure. And you may be conducting yourself in this manner. And you may be feeling this towards someone, and someone else may be feeling this towards you. But remember, this is your Libra reading about you in a significant relationship with another, or in a budding relationship, or in a floundering relationship. We don't know. With this kind of energy here, it can indicate, like the prevailing conditions might indicate that as much as your energy might be, let's just say pure, let's just say innocent, you might be totally unaware of what's actually happening in the relationship. And you might be just living in this lovely love bubble, and yet something else is going on. Let's have a look. What about, let's have a look at this, at the other here, okay? Okay, so with another, you have someone who's obviously feels like appreciated and valued. So it's like somewhere, Libra, like, you see, these are two very, very positive cards. So there's something really good and wholesome going on here. And yet something is indicating like a rumbling in the background, okay? We don't really know what this is yet. So with your energy here, Libra, being like basically pure and innocent, almost like naively innocent, that's fine. And with the significant other over here, who is maybe feeling quite pleased with themselves, like they're actually doing quite well, like they might feel that things are actually just fine. And we don't know that yet. We're going to go deeper into the reading. And yet, again, for the significant other, because it is a relationship, okay, this prevailing energy can apply to the relationship as a whole. We don't know yet. We're still going into the reading here. But let's put it this way. You're relating with someone who feels valued and loved by you. Okay, so that's very nice. And they're feeling quite pleased with themselves about this. Like they might be coming to an awareness about how much you, Libra, love them. And so that makes them feel good. And they might want to like toot their horn about that. They might want to show off, or they might be showing off in some way about like, damn, I'm feeling really good. Now, how and why, how they are feeling really good and why they are feeling really good, we don't actually know, because this is a different person over here. And they might be just feeling all full of themselves about who knows and whatever else is going on, okay? But it's definitely good, let's just say, harmonious energy in its own way. Now let's look a little bit deeper here inside of you, Libra, okay? Okay, there's definitely something going on, and you are feeling it, and you know it's there, but you don't want to deal with it, okay? This is the little Two of Swords. We all know this card. It looks like a very innocent card, but it can be a very, very, very difficult energy to handle, because it's about the energy of decisions. And deep down, Libra, inside of you, you see we got twos and twos here. I don't know much about numerology, but it's very, very much about pairing and about decisions, about what's actually going on in the context of this significant relationship. Because when we go back to the, let's say, like the weather conditions, and if like you know how the weather can like talk to you, how it can influence you, how things work. When we look at this weather, it can make you feel like, well, what's actually going on here? What's actually going on? In other words, why are they feeling this good? It's almost like, I don't get it. I'm Libra, and I'm very, you know, let's just say pure and innocent in this situation. But I might not be used to seeing my other half person, this other person being in such good spirits. So that's kind of strange. And it might trigger a sense of what's going on to the point where you now examine yourself like, hey, wait a minute, I'm Libra, and what's actually going on inside of me? And you might not know. My feelings here, Libra, is that you don't actually know. All we know here is that there's something going on, like a bit of a sense of a moving away and a walking away, maybe from yourself towards another, or from another towards yourself, not towards, but another away from, in some way or another, where that might feel them like liberated and free, but that's actually threatening to the relationship. But it's in such a state of unawareness that you don't really even know what it is at this point. And so if all you're feeling is some kind of rumbling of like, well, what's actually going on here with the love situation, you might not be willing to deal with it or even talk about it, because you obviously would rather stay in this frame of mind. You would rather stay in this way of being, the Two of Cups, very, very pure and sweet and innocent, okay? And yet, something has to be done. Decisions have to be made, because deep down, like your deepest inner radar is telling you that something is going on, and you need to like take the blindfolds off and figure out what am I actually perceiving, and does it require that I have to make decisions, okay? And a lot of people, especially Libras, don't like to make decisions. They like everything to be lovely all the time, okay? Even if it means like avoiding the truth or suppressing the truth in order to maintain the innocence of this kind of energy. So we don't actually know what's going on here right now, Libra. We don't know. We can't tell yet from the reading, but there's something inside of you where, well, not something, but there is a part of you inside of you which is deliberately choosing to ignore something that is actually a problem, okay? And you're doing that probably as a survival strategy, or as just a courtesy, or as a way to get through this August period, okay? But the energy is still there, okay? Let's have a look at the significant other. What's going on deeper inside of them? Okay. They may feel as though everything is just fine. Like, as far as they're concerned, they might feel as though they've scored with you. Like, you are the most awesome thing in their world, and they totally love you, and that's great. And that's wonderful, because the King of Pentacles is like mastery over matter. Okay, like the King of Pentacles energy is coming into full mastery over matter. Mastery over matter. God, I can hardly say that. So this is going on inside of them. Now, I would like to give two spins on it here. It might be that this significant other here, this other person, sees you as this and appreciates you as this person of bounty, of this person of substance who creates stability and abundance in their world. And that's wonderful. And it makes them feel like appreciated and like they've scored, like I made the right choice, I made the right decision. Okay? So they might be very loving and appreciative of you. They might not be expressing it very openly, but they might be feeling it. Now, there's another aspect to this reading which I feel obliged to mention, because there's your energy, there's another person's energy, and then there's the relationship itself. We haven't got to this part yet, but it's important to understand that this energy could be nothing to do with you at all. It could be to do with themselves, and it's happening in the context of your relationship with them. In other words, they might be feeling as though they are coming into their own being to their, like a level where they've never been before, and they're feeling really, really appreciated some way, somehow. Okay? So that's very good for them. and to the point where they can actually see how they can come into mastery and ownership of their own physical matter in their own world, which is wonderful for them, where they can actually have sovereignty over their own life, become the king of their own world. Forget the gender here. We're just talking about mastery. The King of Pentacles is mastery of matter, and doing it in a way that's very effective, not only just for themselves, but for the good of all. So that's really, really good news. So Libra, you might be dealing with someone who is feeling a lot of that inside themselves, feeling really good and loved and appreciated and valued inside of themselves, where they are, in the context of this relationship, somehow or other, they are finding or sensing a way that they can come into their higher self and actually make it happen. Okay, perhaps that's with you, perhaps that's in the relationship, or perhaps they're enjoying that because they are in a relationship with you, but this is their own private personal experience. We don't know that yet. Let's have a look, because I keep feeling this energy here, okay? And it puts a very different spin on the whole reading, because this is all potentially very lovely in its own way, and yet we have this like in the background. So let's keep going. Let's see what happens here. Also, by the way, with the King of Pentacles here, it might indicate that this other person here is deeply vested in the relationship with you in a way that is, you know, it's the real thing, it's the real deal. And they're putting in their part, and they see that you put in your part, and it's sweet and loving and innocent. And they might not even be aware that you're sensing something inside that is like not quite right. And they're just off on their own journey of feeling awesome, okay? For whatever reason, okay? It might be nothing to do with you, but it's happening anyway. And it's happening in the context of this relationship. So let's look at the actual energy of the relationship itself, okay? More abundance, more wealth. It looks like, Libra, you are feeling as though you've got it all. Like this is the ultimate, okay? This is like legacy energy. This is like long-term stuff. And you're deeply vested in yourselves and each other. It's like the ultimate energy of home and family that endures and that can be shared, okay? It's like everybody around the picnic table together. And it doesn't matter whether you're rich or poor, the energy of abundance is there. You're really feeling it. Like you can all be around a picnic table and you can just be having like the cheapest economy hot dogs, but you feel so good about it. It doesn't even matter. Or you could be multimillionaires and you're sitting at a banquet and you're sharing your energy. Either way, it doesn't matter. So this is very wholesome. This is very like stabilizing for you. This is a very strong love energy here is what it indicates, Libra, for you. And also from them too. It's just very different for them. They're living their own experience here. But for you, Libra, you're feeling good about it. Like it's there, even though there's some kind of like rumbling going on in the background, which doesn't seem quite right. Otherwise, in terms of appearances, everything seems just fine. So what's the momentum here? Where is this all kind of going? For some reason, this reading is going very, very fast, and I don't know why. What am I missing here? No, let's just keep going. All right, the momentum. Okay, it's like soulmate. Okay, so Libra, you might be, in some ways, this is a very beautiful reading. It might be like the momentum is like you are feeling reassured that things are stable and good and solid, and that you are with, let's just call it what it is, your soulmate, okay? And that's really, really good and wholesome. This is like someone that you've known before, and that's someone that you will continue to know, and it's very enduring, and it's from the past. Now the thing is, this is very much to do with nostalgia in the past, So you might be in a situation, Libra, where you are experiencing, see, there's a lot of love energy here, a lot of love energy, a lot of love energy. I'm just curious about how this is actually going to play out in day-to-day reality, because this energy, there's a walking away kind of energy here in some way, some form with it. I'm finding, honestly, if I'm honest with you, Libra, I'm finding it hard to interpret that effectively for you, because this is so affirmative here for you. So what I'm feeling here with the little Six of Cups, where the momentum is going, is that you can feel assured that this is a soulmate connection, like a genuine, true, live soulmate, as they call it, connection, that is very much based on the past, okay? So how things are evolving in the future might be a whole other thing here. I'm trying to account for this energy, Libra. I'm trying to account for why this would be here at all. And it might be that through August and coming out into September, all this stuff that appears wonderful there may be something going on that is not being observed or acknowledged or witnessed or understood. Okay, that's all I can say. I don't want to make it any darker than that, because it may not be any darker than that, because this all looks so lovely in its own way, and we could reinterpret this in a totally different way, where it just says everything is wonderful all the time and you're going to be happy ever after as soulmates, and that's it. Bam-o. Perfect. Significant other. I've scored. I got the most perfect love mate here. It's perfect. And I feel so rich and abundant, and they love me. And I'm the Libra person, but I'm not actually sure what's going on here. But if there's something like going on that I don't understand, I don't want to know about it. Okay? Just forget about it, because I'm used to this. I like this. I like things to be this way. I like having the stability of the relationship. And I know it's a soulmate relationship based on our past and our history. Okay? So all I want to do is like put the positive spin on it and just say, Libra, by the way, please understand that there are shifting energies going on, let's say behind the scenes, of which you may not be aware, okay? Which may eventually force you to come to understanding and make some decisions, okay? I don't want to go any darker than that. I don't want to spoil it for you, okay? So let's pull out one of these Romance Angel cards just for fun to see if we can get some more depth here, maybe some more understanding. Because this is almost like a too good to be true reading. If I'm honest with you, that's why I'm feeling apprehensive and a little bit shaky. I have to tell you, okay? I have to tell you. I feel I have to do that. Let me just pull this card here, just for fun. It could be just awesome. It could validate the whole reading. Who knows? I don't know. We're just going to pull it and find out. You're just going to have to trust that Tarot Lumination is going to just magically find the right card. And that's just how it is, because that's how it is anyway. That's how we do this. Here is your card. This is your card. And it says, passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So there you go. It looks really sweet. It looks really good overall. Let's tighten this up for fun to see if we can get it to look cute here for you. We'll put this over here. We'll put this over here. And let's not worry too much about this. Whatever this is, let's not worry about it for now. Let's focus on the present here. You might be really feeling the love, and you might be with someone who's really feeling the love too, okay? And you're sharing it, and that's just beautiful. Let's have a look at the card Passion. And it says, here we go. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Your prayers for great love have been heard and answered, and it all begins with you. You have the power to revive passion in your life. In fact, no one can bring it to you but you. This card guides you to seek that which brings you great joy, such as a hobby, a cause, or a special activity. Okay, I was hoping they would talk about the relationship. Anything that stirs your heart with joy will help passion bubble forth and positively flow into your romantic life. The romance angels say that having a passion for life itself is a requisite foundation for feeling passion in your love life. Okay, that makes sense. This means enjoying this moment completely, this whole August season. And when you do so with a partner, you inspire him or her to romantically participate with you. Okay? Now, if you're presently single, you can definitely still enjoy passion in your activities and your hobbies. And who knows, such pursuits may provide an opportunity to meet a wonderful partner who shares these passions. Passion in life can be very, very much of a turn on for other people. Like you can just be very passionate about who you are and what you do and how you do it, and that just attracts others by nature. So this is a really, to me, it feels like a really encouraging reading, and I don't know how to really give you a better feedback on this because it feels very subtle, and I don't want to spoil all this. Basically, go for it, have an awesome August, and if things start shifting in ways that you don't understand, allow those perceptions to come into your awareness and don't block them off. And if you have to, make some decisions down the road. But for the time being, I guess basically enjoy the wealth and the bounty and the stability that you have with a loving soulmate, okay? Because it is kind of a soulmate relationship here by the look of it, okay? It's a very, very good relationship reading from what I can tell, okay? So I'm sorry it got a little bit short, but I just don't want to spoil it. I don't want to say anything else, okay? Thank you so much, Libra. Thank you for visiting Tarot Lumination. Have an awesome August, okay? Bye-bye.